Prefer when I'm by myself. I don't wanna hang around y'all. Pray for good health.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another edition of Combat Sports Weekly. This is Franco Rolyoda. We are live on Facebook and on YouTube. Facebook is Coach Franco Rolyoda. YouTube is Franco Rolyoda. And of course, with me are the Titos of Fighting, Karl de Mesa and JC Reyes of DSTRY MNL. What's up, Titos?
Up? Yo!
I miss your ugly mugs. Good to be back.
Diba? Tawag dito, everyone watching, okay? Everyone watching, please stay up to the end of the show because we have a special promo, courtesy of Coach Gabay's Brawlers Lab. Meron meron tayong special promo. Salamat po sa Brawlers Lab. Salamat po, Coach Gabay. We will pick 2 lucky winners for today's promo. We will choose our winners in the comment section. So please be active in the comment section. Yung mga late bloomers at late comers, medyo ipa-plug din natin to later in the middle of the show. But everyone else, ayan, sabi lang nga, kita mo, yan o, sabi ko sa inyo, speaking of Coach Gabay, di ba?
Yun!
Salamat po sa inyong pa-premyo. Maagang pamasko.
We are live on Facebook and on Instagram. There's so many things to talk about. We are going to recap everything that was good in the realm of combat sports. We will also do our best to have. We would like to know what you guys think. Let us know what you feel. Okay. Now, first things first. Let's bring in our special guest right away. Okay, kasi this guy has been I don't know if it's a hiatus or basta absent siya, mga 2 years din halos to or more than a year. So when he came back in fantastic fashion. Okay, TKO victory in his last ONE FC outing. Ladies and gentlemen,
Explosive.
give it up for the Jaguar. The Jaguar, Jeremy Miado.
Yes! Welcome!
Welcome!
Good evening po.
Good evening from Manila. Ayan. Pakiangat nga ng konti, Jeremy. Pakita mo yung logo ni Maroc Force Gym. Maroc Force Gym, baby.
Dito po ako sa gym eh.
Okay lang yan. Wag mo lang papasukin si Denise, tsaka si Drex, tsaka si Fritz kasi
Magulo yun.
magulo lang yun. So,
training ko po sila.
oh, ayan. Tama yan.
Doon muna sila.
Ayan, kita mo. Nung sinabi na namin, tignan mo, Jeremy, ayan na kagad, yung mga fanbase mo dito sa Pilipinas.
Si Mike.
Diba, Mike? Please follow him on Local MMA on Facebook. Really good content creator for the MMA community, okay? And then Coach Gabay says, congrats, Jaguar. Now,
Salamat po.
diba? Let's get right into this. Just to be clear, mga gaano katagal yung break mo, Jeremy, from competitive fighting?
Bali po magto 2 years po bago ko ulit lumaban talaga. Kasi last 2019 November din po. So ngayon, end of the month. So ngayon po kakatapos ko lalaban end of the month ng October. So halos 2 taon po talaga.
Grabe, no? Hirap.
And during that time, ang tawag dito, was it a particular period for injury recovery, nag-training, dumiskarte kasi nag-COVID, diba? Racket dyan.
Racket lang po. Tapos nung pagka unang taon po ng COVID, wala po, racket lang po talaga. Tapos sa bahay nung lockdown, and then after po ng 1 year, tapos pumunta po dito ng wife ko, pumunta po kami dito sa Thailand. So yun, start po noon, mag 1 year na rin po kami training dito.
Kamusta yung
bago lumaban?
Ano yung path to Maroc Force Gym? How did you end up there? Diba? Kamusta yung transition? Ano yung journey mo papunta dyan sa Maroc Force Gym?
Si Denise po, Tapos yung wife ko po, magka-schoolmate dati and then teammate po sila staff guys dati po. And then ngayon, nung nabalitaan niya na nagkumukuha ng scholar yung Marok, and then, so kinausap ng wife ko po yung si Denise kung pwede kami makapasok. So natanggap naman po kami dito. And then nag-asikaso naman papers para makapunta po dito.
Kayo, Jason, Karl, kamusta yun natin?
Oo. Ang hirap din ano, kasi...
Go, JC. Sige.
Sige. Ang hirap din kasi naalala ko bago nag-start yung pandemic, halos kabubukas lang nung gym nyo dapat. Kaya lang, nagka-pandemic nga.
Biglang sarado, opo.
Biglang sarado ka agad. Wala pang 6 months yata.
Opo, biglang ganun nga po eh.
Ayan, okay. Tama naman, no? Si Tim Monta, supportive YPs are
dami kang fans.
Oo.
Thank you, thank you.
Diba? Yan yung importansya ng magandang support group, di ba? So, Pinoy naman, kilala naman tayo to be very helpful with each other. Tapos, lalong-lalo na in the martial arts community. Di ba? Kung may opportunity para tulungan ng isa't isa, why not? So for your journey from the Philippines down to Thailand, tapos you ended up in Morocco. So kamusta yung training mo? Like how was the first day of training? How was getting back into shape, 'di ba? Kamusta yung kasi hindi naman siya madalian na pagdating mo sa gym. Okay, ensayado na ako. After a few months, okay na ako lumaban. So gaano katagal yung proseso na bumalik ka muna dun sa groove, tapos kinuha mo yung condition mo, then eventually nag-decide ka na, okay, pwede na akong lumaban ulit?
Bale, pagbalik training po, pagdating dito sa Marok, sobrang nahirapan po talaga kami mag-adjust kasi halos 1 year kami na stop talaga sa training, and then yun lang, nagturo lang konti bago pumunta dito. And then pagdating po dito, sobrang nahirapan po kami kasi nanibago ulit sa training. And then yun, kaya sakto naman po, hindi pa, pero after ilang months, mga 2 months po, nakaka-adjust na rin po yung katawan, tapos na medyo na-adapt na po namin technique, and then halos mga 6 months po, ready na po sana kaming ready na lumaban, kaso medyo minsan nagkakaroon ng injury sa training, so rest na 1 week, 2 weeks. Pero after po naman 6 months, 7 months ready na po, and then yung mga techniques na adapt na po talaga, and then yun po, nag-aantay lang ng opportunity na magbigay yung one sa amin. So kaso late na po yung magto 2 years po talaga bago binigyan, kasi yun nga, dahil nga po sa kailangan nilang kailangan din nila yung mga priority talaga, yung ibang mas kilalang fighter. So naghihintay lang po talaga kami ng chance na magkaroon ng opportunity na lumaban. So kaya tuloy-tuloy pa rin po, kahit wala kang laban schedule, tuloy-tuloy pa rin training, wala tumingtigil as hindi po kami tumitigil training dito.
Yun ang maganda. Go, Karl.
Yeah. Speaking of training, kamusta ang living with other Pinoys? Kamusta? Gano'n ba kakulit kasama yung mga Zamboanga siblings?
Hindi po, kami po dito mga Pinoy, tulungan lang po talaga. Tulungan po kami lang din tutulungan dito. Masaya kung anong kailangan ng isa, kung may training or may pinag-aandaan yung isa, tulungan lang din po kung mga idea, mga techniques, or kailangan ng kadrills, yun yung tinutulungan po talaga namin. Tulong-tulong lang po kami dito, mga Pinoy po. So kasi kami lang din halos dito.
Nahirapan ka ba mag-adjust sa Thai culture, Jeremy? Okay lang.
Hindi po. Pagkain lang po, manghang.
Hindi ka sanay,
Hindi po.
Ang tagal niyan sa Bicol, pero hindi pa rin sanay sa manghang.
Pero, hindi ako mahilig sa manghang.
Diba? So now, I think, Jeremy, this is the best, you are one of the best resources to answer this question. So, na-experience mong lumaban, na-experience mong mag-coach or magturo. So, for the benefit ng mga manonood natin, ano ang distinction? Kasi sasabihin nila, yung iba kasi nangangatwiran na, nagtuturo naman ako so nag-i-ensayo, parang ensayo na rin yun. So, para sa iyo as a fighter, ano yung differences ng nagtuturo ka na sige, nakikispark ka ng konti sa estudyante mo, nakiki-roll ka, 'di ba? Merong activities or drills na kasama mo sila versus actual fight camp training na nagpre-prepare ka sa isang laban.
Ano po talaga, malayo po yung ano. Kasi ako po, ganun din po gawain ko talaga dati. Kasi syempre, bilang fighter po dyan sa Pinas, mahirap po talaga. Kasi kailangan mo rin maghanap buhay. Kasi kung hindi ka magtuturo, wala kang kakainin din pag ano. So, yung ano lang din po, yung advice ko lang din po, hanggat may free time, kailangan po talaga i-maintain yung training. Kasi katulad dati, ginagawa ko po, nagtuturo ako pag may fight schedule lang po, tsaka lang po ako nagte-training, nagpe-prepare ng laban. So, iba po talaga na kahit walang laban, training pa rin po para tuloy-tuloy yung pag-improve ng mga skills mo, yung mga kulang mo, yung mga kailangan palakasin. So, yun po yung pinagkaano talaga. Kailangan kung may oras ka mag-training, huwag talagang hayaan. Kailangan rin tuloy-tuloy kahit bigyan ng oras pa rin.
Ayan na. For everyone who's watching and listening, galing na to sa isang
Kasi
active
iba po
fighter.
talaga.
Diba? Yan.
Iba po talaga yung ano.
So, now,
Kasi ganun po talaga gawain ko dati. Pag may laban lang, tsaka lang maghahanda. Kasi kailangan magturo, pagod. Pagod po.
So ngayong nakafocus na sa iyo yung camp, mas madali na, hindi mo na kailangan mag-alala.
Mas madali na po. Pag may laban, adjust na lang po. Kung may laban, adjust na lang sa training. Kunting ano na lang, hard na lang yun. Kukuha mo na yung pick ng kondisyon po.
Tsaka, ang tawag dito, lalong-lalo na, next follow-up question ko dyan would be, since you're at Marok Force Gym saan ba si Marok Force? Bangkok siya, di ba?
Bangkok po, opo.
Bangkok. So, how important is it na nandyan ka, like prior to your recent fight sa 1FC, how important is it na nandyan ka, tapos meron kang available training partner sa panahon ngayon wherein karamihan ng mga gym sarado?
Sarado po, opo. Advantage po dito kasi kahit minsan lockdown po dito sa Thailand, nagte-training pa rin po kami.
Oo, hindi. Kasi kayo lang.
Opo, kasi advantage po talaga kasi katabi lang ng gym yung tulugan naming mga fighters po, mga scholars dito. So, kasi baba mo, gym na. Ganun. Tapos advantage po kasi ako po ata pinakamaliit dito sa mga training partners, and then
si Denise. Oy, si Denise. Magalit siya pag sinabi mo, ikaw pinakamaliit.
Babae naman po kasi timbang ko lang po yun
Oo, di ba?
Oo nga, actually, oo nga.
Oo. Timbang ko lang. Sobrang advantage po dito kasi tuloy-tuloy training tapos kumpleto po, may boxing coach, may MMA coach, BJJ, may wrestling po, Muay Thai, kumpleto po yung coaches po, yung anong kailangan mong matutunan or gusto mo improve. Meron po talaga dito, so kumpleto po. And then, ikaw na po magsasawa sa training.
Pero so on the flip side of everything, 'di ba? Now pinag-uusapan natin 'yan, nanalo ka.
Opo. Tapos may weights din po, opo.
'Di ba? Maganda yung location, meron kang training partners.
Opo.
Ngayon, ito rin yung isa pa sa mga tanong na hindi masyadong napapansin or hindi natatanong. Halos lahat ng tao sasabihin, gusto nila maging fighter, gusto nila ng kung anong meron kayo, 'di ba? Meron kayong gym, meron kayong
coaches. Ay, inggit sila sa inyo, ganyan.
Inggit sila sa inyo, pero sinasabi namin dito sa show, sa Combat Sports Weekly, laging inuulit ni Karl tsaka ni Jason, hindi madali yung ganun. 'Di ba? Hindi yun madali. Meron kang benefit, pero you have to work hard for it. So ikaw, Jeremy, gaano ka-intense ang training? Anong mga sakripisyo?
Sobrang sa mga gustong mag-fighter po or sa ibang fighter din po? Or
Oo. Kung sino mga gustong sundin yung mga yapak na meron kayo ngayon dyan.
Opo, bali kailangan kung gusto talaga maging fighter, kailangan po talaga magsakripisyo po, maraming sakripisyo. Katulad po ng bilang dati po, wala pa po ako dito sa Bangkok, 'di ba, din sa Marok. Before po sa Pilipinas ako, grabe po talaga sakripisyo, kailangan mo training po talaga na nagtuturo ka, bago may laban ka pero kailangan magturo ka, pero kailangan talaga sakripisyo na hindi ka magtuturo, kailangan talaga mag-focus sa laban, and then handa kang sakripisyo katulad po ng hanggang handa ka sakripisyo na katulad niyan, yung kung may trabaho ka, Kung hindi ka coach sa gym, kung may trabaho ka at gusto mo maging MMA fighter, kailangan mo sacrifice yung trabaho mo. Kailangan mo talaga mag full time kung gusto mo maging fighter or may marating sa ano. Tapos syempre po, pinaka number 1 po, kailangan mo po talaga tiyaga sa training. Yung sakit sa katawan, yung kailangan magtiyaga na, tapos minsan na-down ka sa sarili mo na bakit ganito, bakit ang hina ko. Pero lahat po ng fighter na nararamdaman po yan, may time po talaga na nada-down po kayo. Normal lang po sa fighter yun. Pero kung may pangarap po kayo gusto maabot, so yung push pa rin po kahit gano'ng kahirap yung pinagdadaanan, kailangan talagang sakripisyo. Kailangan po talaga, hindi mo mararating yung goal mo kung wala kang dadaan ng problema or sakripisyo. Hindi magiging masarap sa pakiramdam din kung walang bagay na makukuha sa madalian. Kailangan mo talaga magsakripisyo.
Makinig po kayong lahat, okay? Lalo na yung mga aspiring fighters. Lahat kasi gusto ko maging fighter. Yung iba, hindi pa nga fighter, hindi pa nga sikat, wala pang ginagawa. Gusto, libre na kaagad. Gusto, may sponsor na kaagad.
Ayan po, kasi yung sponsor po, kailangan talaga paghirapan po talaga. Kasi hindi lahat ng fighter, pupunta ka sa gym, tapos gusto mo libre, gusto mo sponsor ka agad. Hindi po ganun, kailangan mo talaga may patunayan ka talaga. Kailangan mo muna magtiyaga. Pakita mo sa kanila na karapat-dapat ka. Ganun. So kung makita naman ng mga promoter yon or may-ari ng gym or mga coaches, makikita naman nila yung dedication mo kung karapat-dapat ka maging scholar or kailangan kukunin ka lang as a sponsored fighter. So makikita naman nila yun. So kung karapat-dapat ka, kailangan mo talaga pagsikapan yun.
Ayan, Titos, do you have any other questions for Tim?
Kasama na din dyan, Jeremy, syempre yung nandiyan ka sa Bangkok, wala ka sa Pilipinas, di ba? May factor ba yung homesickness? Like tulad nung si Denise, sabi niya dati, may gano'n siya, malalim yung gano'n niya.
Opo, mahirap po. Ngayon po, yung wife ko po sa sa Pilipinas po. So, mahirap po talaga. Siyempre, alam niyo naman po, malayo sa pamilya, pero po. Pero kaya ginagawa ko po lahat dito para so ngayon baka very soon po babalik po sila dito. Yun yung po rin mahirap bilang fighter kung malayo ka. Kailangan magsakripisyo, tiisin mo yung na-homesick ka, na-miss mo yung pamilya mo. Kailangan mo talaga tiisin.
Anong ginagawa mo, Jeremy, pag na-homesick ka?
Hindi po kinakawang asawa at anak ko po. Tinatawagan ko. Tapos tamang dasal lang para pakas loob. Tapos para goal mo talaga is para marating mo. Kasi hindi mo mararating yung goal mo talaga kung hindi ka magsasakripisyo . Kasi wala pong nakukuhang bagay na madalian lang.
Ayan, tama. Ayan, so sabi ni Tim, isasama na raw niya yung Marok Force Gym training sa itinerary niya pag nagpunta raw siya sa Thailand.
Opo, sa Bangkok naman, malapit lang sa airport to. Oras, minuto lang biyahe.
Ayan,
pero sobrang ganda ng gym nyo .
Oo nga, ang ganda nga ng gym .
Ganda.
Ayan, John Pontrates. Galing ng striking ni Miado. Baka pwede rin siya lumaro sa kickboxing ng 1FC. We will discuss that later on.
Yeah.
Jaguar story reminded me of what Forrest Griffin did prior to the Ultimate Fighter 1. Ayan, he quit ayan, yung kwento ni Jeremy. Ayan, it's all about the sacrifices. It's all about the hard work.
Yeah.
Diba? Hard work, disiplina.
Kailangan hard work po.
Diba? So,
and lang
let's
ma-share ko lang, medyo first-hand experience to kasi before nagsimula manalo ng tuloy-tuloy si Jeremy sa one, isa ako sa mga estudyante ni Jeremy.
Yeah!
Kabisado niyan. Yo!
Ka-training ka sparring yun, sir.
Oo, kasi magkakasparring kami niyan sa gym. Isa yun sa mga pinaka-in-demand. Ganun kahirap na mag-coach kasi, and mag-training pag may laban kasi, sa tatlong gyms niya, siya yung pinaka-in-demand na coach. Pag may bagong estudyante, sa kanya pumapasok, imagine kung gaano kahirap mag-training for a fight kung ikaw yung hinahanap ng lahat ng estudyante to teach them. I mean, not to take anything away from other coaches, pero kung ganon, di sobrang pabor na kasi that time, although marami siyang estudyante, imagine, lahat ng wins niya sa one were all knockouts. Tapos, technically, hirap pa siya talaga sa training nun. Then, here comes Marok Force in the picture. paano pa kaya ngayon?
Usually
are we
on
gonna see
average,
yung
JC, how many students does Jeremy have on a daily basis?
dami kasi mula umaga nag-start ata siya magturo nun mga 7 o'clock.
Okay.
Opo, mga 8, ganun, 7.
7, 8 eh.
Dire-diretso.
Grabe yun, wild yung
Dire-diretso
schedule.
Hanggang gabi na po
Grabe
yun.
Jeremy.
Hanggang gabi na yun.
Diba? So, leading to, diba, the culminating activity is your recent victory in 1FC. So, let's talk about your latest fight against Miao Litao. So, Jeremy, nung binigay sa'yo si Miao Litao, what was the initial game plan? Nung binigay sa Jaguar, ito na yung ito si kalaban. So, ano yung initial game plan? What was the initial game plan against
ito na siya ulit.
Miao Litao?
Di po, nagulat po ako kasi si Miao yung yung binigay nila, Miao Lito, yung kalaban binigay nila. Kasi, di ko nga, pero yung yung game plan po talaga, same game plan po, takedown defense, strikes, tapos yun, tapos, yun, flying knee sana, tinatry ko papasok yung flying knee, pero ayaw Ayaw na yumuko.
Ayaw yumuko.
Ayaw na,
so, naka-affect
kasi yung post.
Yung 2 years na absence. How was the 2-year absence?
Hindi naman po. Mas, mas nanggigil po ako bumalik sa cage o ring po na lumaban kasi sobrang tagal po na wala tapos sayang po yung training, tuloy-tuloy training tapos walang laban. Then yung game plan po namin, sinunod ko lang po yung sabi ng mga coaches ko po, yung maintain na yung distance, wag sobrang attempt ng kasi baka ma-takedown, wag sobrang overextend yung mga strikes kasi baka mawala yung balance tapos biglang ma-takedown po. Sinunod ko lang po yung mga game plan and then yun, yung advantage po talaga kasi ako po yung matangkad ata sa division namin, ako ata pinakamatangkad. So sobrang advantage ko po yung reach advantage po. So yun po talaga yung ginagamit ko.
Jeremy, parang mas mabilis ka na now. Sorry. Yeah.
Go Karl.
Parang mas mabilis ka na now. Dahil ba yun sa training, like may speed, parang dati naman mabilis ka na pero it seemed like mas mabilis ka na now.
Mas may power lang po kasi bali ngayon po may strength and conditioning coach nila Denise, sila Drex, tapos nila Prince. Isa lang po strength and conditioning coach namin dito, tapos yun dahil po sa po yun sa walang stop na training din, tuloy-tuloy po. So, improve yung skills and then bumibilis, lumalakas and then malaking tulong po talaga. Hindi kailangan mawala yung strength and conditioning po. Kasi yun po yung number 1 na rin. Kailangan. Kasi kung kahit gaano ka kagaling, kahit gaano ka ka-technical, kung mas malakas tapos mateknik yung kalaban mo, hindi mo magagamit yung galing mo or technique mo kung sobrang na-overpower ko ng kalaban. So, kailangan din talaga yung strength conditioning. Tapos yun, sa mga coaches po dito, ulit-ulit lang po talaga yung pinapagawa na kailangan, yung mga advantage kailangan gamitin talaga.
Okay.
Diba? So everyone, before we proceed, we will pick 2 winners in the comment section. So please put in your comments, let us know your thoughts. We will also check sino yung nagko-comment na sinishare yung episodes. We will share how many people have really good insights in the comment section and who are the people who shared the episode. We will pick 2 winners in the comment section. You will get a striking, yung winner po will get a striking protocol pass under Gabay, Coach Gabay for Reyes. So yung striking protocol is a really comprehensive striking program. I think Karl has a better si Karl and JC mga products yan na striking protocol. So please, can you give us, Tito Karl, give us a description of what happens under striking protocol.
Striking protocol is like great meta, like we were talking before the episode. Like it's like a lens where si Gabay Forlales, who is the inventor of striking protocol, he has minimalized or like cut through all the excess techniques where you can learn about how to the basics, get a strong fundamentals, and then proceed from there up to very advanced techniques and a lens by which you can see the striking, which is a fusion of Jeet Kune Do and Arnis and boxing, kickboxing, Muay Thai. So it's easy to get lost in the system. Striking Protocol condenses them all. You will get in Striking Protocol 1 on November 23, a free seminar, which is like 4 to 5 hours ata yun, JC, no? That we went through. The first one.
Oh, yeah.
Half the day. Half day, no?
Is it, di ba November 21 or 23 nga ba?
Oh, sorry,
21 yata
21.
yung
Sunday.
Striking
Sunday,
Protocol 1.
Tama.
21, yeah.
Tama,
Sunday,
tama,
yes.
tama. You're right.
Yeah,
Sunday.
November 21 daw, sabi ni Coach Gabay for Lales. Yan.
There you go.
Yeah. So please follow Coach Gabay for Lales, follow Striking Protocol and Brawlers Lab. We will pick 2 lucky winners. As in, si Coach Gabay, he is one of the more, like, wala pang Combat Sports Weekly. Whenever I have conversations with people, so again, like what I previously said, there are only a few people that I know in the Philippines that can really teach MMA. So Coach Gabay is one of them. So it's only a handful. So kasi it's all about putting it's putting theories, concepts together, tapos ipapa-execute mo. So and I've watched a few clips and I've watched yung mga instructionals, yung mga free instructionals pa nga ni Coach Gabay online. Diba? He's one of those coaches that really makes sense when he puts up everything. Kasi hindi madali magturo ng striking. Hindi siya madali magturo. Magmukha lang siya madali pagka may nag-hold na ng pad sa inyo. Pero pag ituturo sa inyo, bakit mo kailangan gawin yon? Tsaka paano mo siya i-improve? Yun ang mahirap the part. Those are signs of a really good coach. So again, Striking Protocol has produced so many good students and so many good fighters. So please, we will pick 2 lucky winners for this seminar. Okay, sobrang sulit na seminar.
Libre po yan,
Andam,
libre.
Diba? Diba? Si Combat Sports Weekly po ang bahala sa inyo dyan. Now, going back to Jeremy. Jeremy, let's bring us inside the circle. So, the cage closed. Tapos, parang ano pa lang like early on, like ako when I saw and watched you guys, then I watched it over and over again. Iba yung confidence level mo eh. Is it because familiar ka na kay Miao Litao? Is it because alam mo na kuha mo na yung rhythm niya, kuha mo na yung galaw niya sa loob ng cage? 'Di ba? You were very comfortable. Tapos ang dami mong binatong jabs. As in yung work rate mo mas mataas sa kanya. So how was your rhythm? How was your feeling all throughout that fight?
Bali po pag close ng kumbaga ready po kasi kasi kumpiyansa po akong pumasok sa cage doon or doon sa laban kasi alam ko po ready po ako sa lahat. So kasi expected ko talaga magte-takedown siya, di ko expected na makipag-strike siya. Pero about doon sa jab po, game plan po talaga yun para ma-maintain ko yung distance sa kanya and then para maramdaman niya yung lakas ng jab kasi pinalakas talaga namin yung jab. So pag naramdaman niya yung power ng jab ng paulit-ulit, so maiilang siya pumasok ng takedown or magbato ng strikes. And then yun, sa jab rin, makontrol ko yung distance and then follow up ng mga strikes din po. So kahit mag-wrestling po siya, mag-takedown, ready po ako, kaya okay lang sa akin, kaya bato lang po ako ng bato ng strikes sa kanya.
Diba? Again, this is a very simple move, diba? It's a jab. Pero when you utilize the jab in a way na ginawa ni Jeremy dun sa laban na yun, totoo.
Very impressive.
Diba? Impressive. Walang nagawa, diba?
Yung pressure, no, coach?
Opo.
Yung pressure nandun eh.
Pushing up against the cage.
Opo, ano lang po, bawat pag may alam kong maraabot siya ng jab, bato lang po ng bato, hindi na po akong dalawang isip na ibato yung jab. Kaya pag ano po. Tapos
sige, go Jeremy.
Tapos alam ko nararamdaman niya po yung jab kasi 1 minute something pa lang po, marami ng dugo na lumalabas sa ilong niya kaya nakita ko po na naiilang na rin siya pumasok. Kaya mas naging advantage sa akin yun na nakikita kong naiilang siyang bumato na strike. Kahit mag-takedown, naiilang rin po siya kasi yun po. Kaya hindi po, kaya yung ginamit ko lang na strike, jab straight and then hook lang po, halos karamihan po yung pumapasok. or binabato ko kasi hindi po siya yumuyuko eh.
Totoo. Yep.
Kaya
There was a lot of
nagle-lead
jab
back lang po
straights, a
siya.
lot of hooks. And then another aspect of the fight that I also want to ask you na magbe-benefit kasi yung mga listeners tsaka yung mga manonood ngayon is yung presence of mind of each fighter during the actual fight, 'di ba? Kasi there were so many there were like 1 or 2 instances. Tama, para mga 2 instances wherein Miao Litao was refereeing his own fight na parang sinasabi niya hindi
Yeah,
na
that was
eye-poke
weird.
daw siya, na tumitigil siya, pero ikaw kitang-kita yung composure and focus mo especially towards the finishing yung towards the finish na hindi nung sinabi ng referee continue, ikaw sumugod ka kaagad. 'Di ba? Alam mo ba ano describe mo dun sa mga nanonood at yung mga gusto maging fighter na yung level ng focus na meron ka, na kahit merong ganong mangyari, nung nakita mo, nung sinabi ka agad ng referee, no, that was a punch, continue, ikaw, sugod ka agad. 'Di ba? Tinapos mo kaagad
Opo.
yung laban.
So, bilang fighter po, sa sitwasyon ni Miao Litao po, kailangan talaga protect yourself at all time po talaga yung pinaka-importante doon. Kasi kahit anong sabihin ng tao na traitor ka, bakit mo sinuntok, ganyan-ganyan, wala, hindi mo mababawi yung nangyari. Tapos about doon sa pagtaas niya ng kamay, hindi ko naman po kasalanan yung kung yung unang strike, Miado po ko, medyo tumama po sa batok, pero accidental naman po to, hindi naman po yung sadya. So, syempre nung nagreklamo siya sa referee, pero nakapokus pa rin po ako, baka bigla siyang bumato habang nagreklamo siya.
Yan.
Kaya
Kasi
so inantay ko rin yung opo. Kasi minsan po, kahit yung ibang fighter bago mag-touch glove, kunyari mag-touch glove tapos bigla kang susuntukin or sisipain. Kaya dapat always ready kayo. Marami pong gano'n.
Maraming gano'n.
D-sports.
Kaya dapat ready kayo noon. Akyat ko lang sa cage or ring, dapat ready na kayo sa mga ganong sitwasyon. Then about doon po sa pagtaas ng kamay niya, alam ko po counter check left hook po yung tumama sa kanya. Alam ko po talaga yun. Kaso dahil nga nagreklamo siya sa referee, tapos kaya tumingin po ako sa signal ng referee kasi baka ma-DQ po ako doon mula sa oras. Panigurado rin po ako. So nung nalaman ko, nagsabi yung referee na legal naman po, and then suntok po yun, nga nakita niya yung tumama. So continue ko na yung ginanap ko na agad yung chance na na i-finish po yung laban kasi dahil sa ginagawa niya, kitang-kita ko po na nag-NRT na lang siya para kasi hindi niya na kayang tanggapin yung strikes. Kasi kaming dalawa lang yung sa cage, nakikita ko yung reaksyon ng mata niya pag tinatamaan. Tapos yung loob niya nanghihina na kaya nag-NRT na lang. Kaya binigay ko na ginanap ko na agad yung chance na na i-finish kasi nakikita ko po na nag-NRT na lang. And then legal na po yung ginawa ko. Kaya pag may chance po sa mga fighter na i-finish na agad. Kasi mahirap po kasi game plan po talaga namin finish po kasi hindi pwedeng umabot sa decision kasi mahirap.
Mahirap na. JC.
Hirap na.
Yeah. Malaalala ko parang round 1 nga ba yun? Yung nalow-blow ka pa nga niya, tapos winasiwas mo lang, hinayaan mo lang, diretso laban din halos, Tapos siya, tapos siya nag-iinarte, parang gano'n nga nangyari talaga.
Kaya nga po Kaya pero napansin ko na po yun, nag-NRT na lang na kasi nasasaktan na.
Diba? So again, this is a lot of yan yung dinidiscuss namin dito sa Combat Sports Weekly kasi a lot of people will watch the finish, a lot of people will watch the winning sequence na lang yung huli. Pero we have to break it down. Tinitignan na we show you what goes through the mind of the fighter, ano ba yung presence of mind niya kasi yung iba pag tumigil yung kalaban nila tapos parang medyo out of character, tumitigil din sila nawawala sila sa rhythm Ito, kitang-kita natin, 'di ba? Na calm, composed, tapos aware. Aware si Jeremy na hindi. Kasi totoo, ni-replay ko tapos inulit-ulit ko yung sequence. It was a check hook. It was a punch. Hindi siya eye poke.
Hindi siya nakaganon.
And 1FC is kinda strict with eye pokes and fingers na naka-hyperextend. Laging ang briefing niyan, kailangan nakababa ang daliri mo, kailangan nakasara ang kamay mo. So, if you watch and replay the entire sequence, it was a hook. Pasok yung suntok. So, siguro...
Tapos may picture po akong May picture po ko doon na eto po yung tumama. Eto.
Oh,
Akala niyo ano?
kamaong-kamao,
Meron po
bro.
ako.
Kamaong-kamao yun.
Close
Meron
fist
po
talaga yun.
picture. Close fist po. May picture po kung yun po mismo tumama.
Buti napansin mo, nag-inarte na lang siya, Jeremy.
Opo, nung una pa lang po, yung una pa lang tinamaan siya sa bato kasi muntikan na po siya, nag-groggy po siya nung tinamaan ng straight sa 1 minute something. So, nag-groggy na po siya. So, naramdaman ko na hindi niya kayang tanggapin yung lakas kasi ready po talaga ako sa laban na to. So, kaya pansin ko na ilang talaga siya pumasok. Kaya kahit yung takedown niya siguro, naghanap siya ng timing. Hindi niya matimingan kasi yung distance nga po. Tapos yung naiilang sa power na natatanggap niya bawat pumasok siya. Kaya nagagawa niya, nag-aantay na lang po. Kaya yun, kumbaga survival mode na lang yung niya. Maging sitwasyon niya.
Yun pang isa, no? Yung sa takedown defense mo, no? Doon sa laban yun, mas gumanda pa lalo yung defense mo pagdating dun sa part ng game mo na yun. Kasi nung before ka pumasok sa Marok Force, meron ka na. Pero may mga tayo sa mga ibang laban mo na nata-takedown ka pa ng madali. Yung Miao na national wrestler pa siya, hindi ka niya ma-takedown talaga eh. Paano ba ang training nyo for wrestling, for mga ganyan sa Marok Force? Gaano kadalas nyo ini-ensayo yan sa gym?
Halos everyday po, may wrestling po kami halos po. Minsan nga po, may isa-isang araw dalawang beses po umaga tapos gabi po mayroon po may puro wrestling talaga. And then may wrestling coach po kami dito na US Marine po. So, dating US Marine po. Then wrestler po talaga siya. So, yun po nagtututok sa amin ng wrestling dito. And then, yun yung mga training partner po, dahil mga ganun magagaling po. Kasi pag unang dating ko dito, parang bata po ako. Ang layo po ng level ng wrestling ko, tapos ground po, layo. Kaya sobrang pasalamat po ako napunta po ako dito kasi nag-improve po talaga ako. Sobrang laking advantage din po dahil sa mga training partner na nagsishare din po ng mga alam nila, and then tinutukan po talaga yung katulad po nung sa laban dahil sa takedown defense, doon po kami talaga nagtutok sa palaging ginagawa ni Miao Litaw na transition. So yun din po yung pinapaulit-ulit namin yung counter po doon, kaya hindi niya po ako na takedown.
Ayan, so everyone, okay, please, we hope that you learned a lot from what Jeremy said. Sobrang dami niyang in-impart na knowledge, sobrang dami niyang shinare na experiences niya na hindi basta-basta, 'di ba? This is all from experience 'di ba? Experience niya na nagso-struggle tapos tinuloy-tuloy lang, hindi siya nag-quit, hindi siya alam mo 'yun, parang hindi siya nagreklamo, 'di ba? 'Di ba? Tuloy-tuloy lang talaga. Tapos eventually, he landed in Thailand. Then he eventually landed in the right gym. And now he just won via TKO victory in his last outing sa 1FC. Jeremy, before we let you go, please, where can people find you? Where can people follow you? And sino yung mga gusto mong pasalamatan?
Unang-una po, syempre, dahil sa panalo na to, Panginoon po, dahil binigay ng panalo na to sa akin, syempre para sa pamilya ko po. And then, syempre, salamat po sa mga Pilipinong sumusuporta, sa mga Pinoy athletes po. So, sana hiling ko lang po sa mga Pilipino MMA fans and then fighters. So, wag silang negative sa kasi minsan nakikita ko sa comments pag natalo lang yung Pinoy, kahit sa boxing or MMA, basta combat sport, pag natalo, ganito na agad sinasabi. Pag panalo, proud na proud.
Parang kailangan natin pag-usapan yan pag alas Jeremy.
Kasi po kasi hindi nila alam talaga yung sakripisyo ng fighter, hindi nila alam yun. Hindi nila alam hangga't di nila naranasan yun. So sana wag naman yung suporta pa rin kahit matalo yung mga Pinoy fighter, suporta pa rin kasi nagpapalakas din ang loob ng mga Pinoy yan, mas igihan pa, mag-improve pa yung training. And then, yun, salamat din sa Mark Force kasi tinggap kami dito ng walang pagdadalawang isip sa mga kasama ko dito, mga Sambuanga, sila Pete, salamat din sa kanila. And then sa asawa ko, syempre, Toby ko, Chesla, ganyan, sana makapunta sila dito very soon po. And then sa inyo rin po sa pag-invite sa akin dito sa sa pag-invite sa akin, and then bigyan po ng chance na ma-expose po yung sarili ko. And then kung gusto niyo po page po namin sa Facebook po. So, kasi yung isa ko pong page hindi na po gumagana po yun. Hindi po kami mahawak ng ano.
Sige, iano natin yan. So, you're on Facebook, you're on Instagram. Sa Instagram, di ba?
Yes
Nasa
po.
Instagram ka din.
Jeremy the Jaguar lang po. Opo.
Okay,
Jeremy
Jeremy
the
the
Jaguar.
Okay, follow him on Instagram. Tapos, again, thank you so much, Morocco Force Gym in Bangkok. Kaya, pakita mo yung t-shirt mo. Pakita mo yan. Ganda
Oo,
kaya
ayan.
nung ano. Ganda kaya.
Ganda nga po
Ganda. Ganda
Next
na
time po
yung
pag-uwi.
uniform niyo. Oh,
yan.
Tapos pakita
Asahan
mo
namin
yung
yan.
logo.
Ayun.
Tapos ano, ihapyaw mo ng konti yung ano. Di ba kita mo, ganda nung lounge niya dyan, no? Ayan, no?
Ay,
Oh,
Oo
gym.
nga, ang grabe.
di ba?
First class
Ayan
gym.
Yung gym mo.
First class gym. Oh.
Wow!
Oo.
Wow!
Ba?
Grabe.
Oo.
Nag-training
Grabe,
po
dude.
sila. May cage
Oh,
po, ring, then, tapos mga equipments.
Kompleto.
Oh, di ba?
Ito po yung lunch namin pag nag-meeting.
Napansin ko puro cuts yung ano nyo dyan. Ikaw si Jaguar, tapos ngayon si Lycan Queen na si Denise.
Si Fritz tsaka
Puro
si
mga ano.
Drex. Si Drex, T-Rex pa rin ba si Drex?
T-Rex, dapat iba na eh. ha?
Dapat
Oo.
T-Rex pa rin, T-Rex pa rin.
E-line na lang.
Baka dapat
Eli,
saber-tooth na si Drex or something.
Oo nga.
Oh, ganun. Tapos
El Tigre.
si Fritz dapat meow.
Yeah.
Meow. Oh, yung kuting. Fritz
Joke
the
lang,
kuting.
Fritz.
Fritz the kitten.
May laban. May laban si Fritz. Malapit
Oh,
na
may
rin
laban
si
din
Fritz.
yan. Yan. Kukulitin din
Oh.
namin yan si Fritz Biagtan. Pero focus muna siya sa training
Opo,
camp niya.
focus muna
He has
training.
another upcoming fight. Again, thank you so much, Jeremy, the Jaguar Miado.
Jeremy, congrats.
TKO
Ay, salamat
victory
din
in
po.
his last 1FC outing. Jaguar, Jeremy, Miado, thank you so much for giving us the time. Salamat at nagpaunlakan ng interview. Tapos, di ba, lalo na, sobrang busy ng schedule nyo dyan. Thank you so much, Jeremy. Thank you so much, Morocco Force Gym. Jeremy, sa uulitin.
Oo.
Okay,
Congrats
bye-bye.
ulit.
Thank you po. Ingat na po kayo. Salamat po. Sige po. Thank
And
you.
that is Jeremy Miado all the way from Bangkok, Thailand.
Special guest. I
Diba?
wanted to talk about Coach yung the words of Jeremy where he was so talented here and yet he could not get his groove going mostly because he needed to work, di ba? So now that he has a first class gym, first class training, first class everything, you can see clearly what the benefit is.
Oo.
TKO victory, di ba? Round 2, ang bilis.
Iba yung focus.
Ang layo,
Oo, eh.
ang layo ng...
Hindi niya na kailangan mag-commute, hindi niya na kailangan lumabas, hindi niya na pag-iisipan saan ako kukuha ng the next kong meal, next kong panggastos. This is what it takes, man.
And how long did it take for Jeremy to achieve
Just 2
that
years.
level?
Yeah,
Diba?
yeah.
Just 2 years.
Just 2 years. Pero hindi, if we go back further, di ba?
Longer
kung
pa.
compare natin
Yeah.
yung
Yeah.
journey niya sa Pilipinas. So, eto
Imagine-
na naman ako eh. Sige,
Yeah.
go JC.
Yeah, imagine, yung training niya sa Philippines, he was, hirap na hirap siya mag-training before kasi nga, he was coaching at a gym, tapos, tuwing may laban siya, wala rin naman sila lang na mga coaches din at that gym,
Ayun.
ang
Isa pa yun,
magkakasamang
diba?
nagtitrain. Mas maliliit pa, ay mas lighter divisions pa yung mga kasama niya sa gym. So, imagine that,
Wala.
strawweight ka na, ikaw pa yung pinakamabigat sa gym. Tapos, magpe-prepare ka for your fight. Ang hirap
working.
nun.
All
While
day
working,
pala,
yeah.
diba? All day.
Kasi
Grabe.
sa sobrang pack ng schedule nila before, maglalunch siya minsan, 3:00. Pero
Now we can see
may
na it's
laban
all
siyang
noise.
darating. Yeah.
Oh, di ba? It's all noise. That should not be on your plate at all
Yes.
if you have a fight.
Mhm.
Diba? So, ang pinakaano dyan, if you're going to get students, dapat it's either during your off-season. Tapos, if you're in season, if you're in a fight camp, you have to focus talaga. You have to focus all your efforts. Kasi your fight is the only thing that should occupy
The
your
only thing
mind.
that should be on your
Diba?
yes.
Diba?
on
It
your
should
side.
be the only thing that's on your plate. So, It's a very inspiring story. Kaya rin,
Grabe.
Kasi he's so talented eh. He's so
Yeah.
talented, di ba?
very talented. Ang galing. And ngayon nakikita natin I think we're slowly peeling off the layers into showing his potential. So maganda rin na napunta siya sa Marok Force Gym. And Marok Force Gym has an abundance
Wow.
of really good training partners. And
And
yun
Pinoy.
din
So hindi siya
and
lonely
Pinoy
masyado.
sila.
Yeah.
Ayan,
Hindi.
ayan.
Di ba?
Oo.
Kasi kung makisa ka lang na ano na.
And it
Kaya
seems
rin
like parang Marok Force is a good place to train for Filipinos din abroad, ano?
Yes.
It's one of the go-to places for Pinoys eh. Considering na bago si Marok Force and the quality of yung fights ng mga fighters nila from that team is very impressive. Ilang taon pa lang ba ang Marok Force? 2 years or something? Parang gano'n.
2, 3? Yeah.
Diba?
Para mga
2, 3.
years lang.
Imagine.
So they were able to produce talent na ganyan. So it's a true testament to the training program and yung mga ano nila, yung scouting nila,
Actually,
yung
I wanted to ask you
plan,
about yung
tactics.
wrestling program siguro doon, Coach Frank, since you know about it. It's how much it takes to train that kind of for somebody like a national wrestling champ like Miao Litao, di ba? Parang how grueling could it have been for a striker like Jeremy to rise to that kind of level? Like every day, what kind of
number one, it takes a lot of humility. It takes a lot of humility na kailangan
every day he'd
mong
be smashed. No?
Hindi, tsaka kailangan mo munang aminin na sa sarili mo na mababa pa yung level ng wrestling mo at kailangan mong matutunan to. The thing about wrestling and any grappling art is repetition. 'Di ba? Kita mo si Jeremy na mismo nagsabi, 'di ba? Araw-araw daw, 'di ba? Na twice a day they keep doing the same thing over and over and over again. Yun ang secret sauce ng kahit na anong combat sports or martial arts. Repetition, repetition, repetition. Walang hack yan.
Pagsawaan mo yan.
Hanggang pagsawaan, hanggang mainis ka, hanggang maumay ka, hanggang mainis
diba, sabi nga dyan, ikaw na lang susuko sa training.
Ikaw na lang susuko sa training talaga, di ba? At for me, and this is something I preach a lot, hindi porket pagod yung katawan mo, ibig sabihin maganda yung training. Okay? Hindi
yan papawis eh.
Oo. Kasi kung ang gusto mo lang magpapawis or mag-exercise, yan, gawin mo yan. Pero kung gusto mong mag-build ng skill, gusto mong matuto ng bagong technique, gusto mong Michael Sison agrees, 'di ba?
Yes.
Gusto mong you want to develop muscle memory, you have to do it over and over and over again. So, his story is very inspiring, it's very motivational. So,
hindi lang ata niya kasi hindi niya lang kasi ata nabanggit kanina, pero isa sa mga bagay na he was doing here before nakapag-training siya sa Marok Force was he was the head coach of the gyms kung saan siya nagturo. And now sa Marok Force, may mga coaches siya sa wakas ng sarili niya. Ang laking bagay nun, for any fighter.
That is true. Sobrang laking bagay nun. At tas ang focus mo na lang talaga is mag-train, di ba? So it's either mag-train ka, tapos kung wala, it's either you join classes or you handle classes. Yun ang pinakamagandang opportunity na doon. 'Di ba? Tsaka yan, 'di ba? Meron siyang tinitirhan, meron siyang meron siyang source ng pagkain, and alam mo 'yun, merong opportunity, 'di ba? Merong opportunity para lumaban sa isang malaking organization, which also brings us to the Philippines, and tatali ko siya dun sa vision and sa mission ni PMAF, ni Philippine MMA Federation, wherein we want to centralize everything. So may training para sa mga students or aspiring fighters, meron ding training para sa coaches. Kasi kung coach ka at marami kang estudyante, you have to update yourself, 'di ba? You have to update, you have to evolve, you have to keep learning. 'Di ba? Kaya nga for PMAF training sessions, kung member ka ng PMAF, okay, member ka ng Philippine MMA Federation, you have access to the training sessions. Kasi yun din yung nakita namin na kailangan ng industry, na kailangan ng community. Na kung may training yung mga students, dapat may training din yung coaches. Kasi wala ito yun
you can't be training yourself, man.
Oo, ang dami
Exactly.
parang kung ano yung tinuturo nila nung 90s hanggang ngayon, yun pa rin. And how do we know?
Wow.
Yun yung nakikita namin pag meron silang mga estudyante or meron silang fighters na lumalaban. It's all the same moves that are very, I mean, I'm sorry to use the term, pero basura. Basura yung technique, basura yung concept. Alam mo yun? Pwedeng nakita, napanood, tas akala nila alam na nila. Hindi nila naiintindihan. Kaya hindi nila natatranslate. So, sinong kawawa? Yung mga estudyante.
Students.
Sinong kawawa? Yung mga fighters. And again, I will reiterate on this show. The purpose of PMAF is to grow the MMA community. Grow the martial arts community. And for us to grow, kailangan siguraduhin natin na lahat ng fighters at students loyal sa mga coaches nila at loyal sa mga schools nila. Kasi kung ano ituturo namin sa kanila during training sessions, we expect, okay? Ini-expect namin na dadalhin nila yan sa gym nila at ituturo nila doon, i-share nila doon. Kasi pag umangat yung level ng mga gyms, aangat yung level ng community, aangat yung level ng Philippine MMA. Pag umangat yung level ng Philippine MMA, lahat tayo magaling. So pag lahat tayo magaling, naglaban-laban tayo dito, aangat uli yung level natin. Tsaka, hindi pwedeng sa amin lang gagaling yung mga magagaling sa MMA. Kailangan pagalingin natin lahat para malaman natin. Malay natin, meron palang Khabib dyan, di ba? Malay natin, meron palang
Oh my
sobrang
God.
galing dyan. Di ba? So, we want to make all of this interesting. Ako,
Yan,
malaking
maganda yung
factor.
sinabi ni Coach Gabay, oh.
Ayan, di ba? Learn to teach to learn.
Yeah.
Di ba? Ako, lagi ko sinasabi, I reached the level ng mga achievements ko because I had good training partners and I had good competitors. I had good competition. Di ba? Kaya ako nasabing na worth it yung mga achievements ko sa lahat ng martial arts na sinalihan ko, mapa MMA or Jiu-Jitsu. Lalong-lalo na sa Jiu-Jitsu kasi marami akong nakalaban sa ibang teams na magagaling din. So we pushed each other, di ba? So dahil meron akong inaabangan sa ibang team, yun yung motivation ko para mag-train ng maayos, mag-train ng pahirapan kasi ayokong matalo sa kanila. And I really feel that and I really know that they feel the same way kasi they also prepare for me. So isipin niyo na lang ganun yung
I still remember your super fights, man.
Oh, 'di ba? So kung ganun yung dynamics ng MMA sa Pilipinas, lahat ng gym merong magagaling, tapos lahat tayo inaabangan natin isa't isa.
Yes.
Ang ganda nun.
Yeah,
Ang ganda
and isa sa mga important, throw your ego out the window. Kasi kung hindi, wala
definitely.
tayong matututunan lahat sa isa't isa.
100%.
Kundi si John Jones ka lang.
100%. Okay.
Yes.
Di ba? Lalo-lalo mga coaches, kung sa tingin nyo, gawin na mga estudyante nyo, masyado na kayo maraming estudyante, ayoko na. So, sa inyong yan.
Diba? Tama yung sinabi mo, coach.
Tsaka ito lang, Titos, I want to ask this question kasi siguro this is just bothering me. Could it also be na, kasi syempre, I mean, I always look at all possibilities. Could it also be na there are some coaches na medyo insecure sa sarili nila, na feeling nila that if other students are exposed to different types of training and training methodologies and training knowledge, na-expose yung kakulangan nila as a coach or as a trainer. Do you think that is possible? Do you think that human ego plays a factor in all of this?
I think so. From your interview pa lang with si McDojo, what's his name? Sorry, si Mike.
Yeah, si McDojo Life. Yeah, si McDojo Life.
Like it's so easy for that to happen, especially since kapag hindi ko magaling techniques nila sa ibang tao. Well, it's not me, it's you. There's something wrong with you. Ganon.
Yeah.
I always go back to yung sinasabi ni Gabay, ni Coach Gabay, where what he says to his coaches, don't be afraid of being stolen from, being robbed of your technique. Kasi if you're really an endless fountain of knowledge, parang I'm doing it wrong. An endless wellspring of knowledge, there you go. Hindi ka dapat natutuyuan. And since you're continually learning, if you're continually learning, then the next batch of water or the next spout is even fresher, is even cleaner because you've revised your own point of view and your own lens with what you've learned, and you've cut out all the excess, and you put forth something that is more detailed and that is more, how you say it, cleaner, I guess. Just something na is wala nang, we were talking about Bruce Lee kanina. Walang sayang sa movement. Walang sayang, which is what martial arts is all about anyway, di ba? Economy of movement.
Si JC naman, JC, with all the fighters and the coaches that you were able to train with, di ba? I mean, what do you feel about this?
Feeling ko maraming tatamaan dito, pero from since time immemorial, since una-una mga martial arts of Philippines hanggang may MMA na ngayon, it's the tribalism between teams na malaking problema natin. I mean, yung tribalism, team versus team ng MMA, within the arts pa nga eh. Meron pang, yung magkakaibang team, magkakaaway. I mean, you're there to learn from you're there to learn from each other. Kasi nga, lahat naman tayo, I mean, most likely, gusto natin i-represent the Philippines internationally, one way or another. Pero how can we do that kung dito pa lang, hiwa-hiwalay na tayo? I mean, okay, hiwa-hiwalay tayo na isla sa Pilipinas, pero I mean, if we want to represent the Philippines as a country, bring pride to the country, dapat lang, yung tribalism na yan, parang ego. Itaapo na natin yan. I mean, it's yun nga, ego, yung root din yan, feeling ko is ego eh. Ego na, yun nga, nagkakaanuhan ng techniques. I remember when I was starting out, more than a couple of decades ago, art versus art. Pag kunyari, Muay Thai ka from some team here.
Yeah, style versus style.
Pag narinig niyo yung yaw, dito, yaw yan. Ay, kalaban natin yan. Which is, medyo, bakit? I mean, it's another style. There's nothing wrong with learning another style. Sabi nga sa Tao of Jeet Kune Do ni Bruce Lee, yung adapt what is, take what is useful, something like that.
Yeah, take what is useful, disregard what is useless.
Yes. Ganun dapat ang mindset natin, lalo na when it comes to MMA. Hindi lahat ng moves natin will work on everyone. Kaya we should learn every technique we can that would be favorable for sa galaw natin sa laban, or for the coaches, sa mga may papasa nila, sa mga students nila, sa mga fighters nila. Kasi hindi nga lang sa MMA, pati sa boxing, I'm sure it happens. Ganyan na ganyan din ang kwento ng boxing na natatakot magkaagawan ng boxers kasi I don't know their reasons, pero yung agawan-agawan ng estudyante, yun na nga.
It leaves a bad taste. It leaves a bad taste on your customer's mouth.
Yeah,
and then the entire, kaya rin hindi umaangat yung martial arts community dahil sa mga ganyan. There are so many bad experiences na mga kliyente. Kasi ako, parang lagi kong inaano yan eh. Sabi ko, in learning martial arts, you learn self-defense and then you get in shape. So that's basically hitting two birds with one stone. So bakit walang gumagawa nito? Tapos I kind of get into the finer details. Medyo nasa top of the list yan. Parang coaches bickering, coaches na nambabaksstab ng kapwa coaches.
So unattractive.
Huwag ka dyan sa coach na yan kasi hindi magaling yan. Mas magaling ako dyan.
Wala yan eh. Tsaka
it destroys the experience. So when it destroys the experience, nawawala ng gana yung mga kliyente. Yes. Nawawala ng gana yung mga customer na parang nagpunta na ako dito sa gym para mag-exercise, para mag-distress, di ba? Tapos, di ba, ilalagay nyo pa ako sa gitna ng drama nyo.
Yung drama nyo.
Di ba?
Parang nauna pa yung jealousy above all. Di ba? Bakit
tapos,
yun?
nandiyan pa yung mga nangungutang. Tapos, yung sosyotain yung mga kliyente. Parang,
Hindi ka safe dun sa di ba? Nagbabayad na ako sa inyo eh.
Diba? Tas yung iba
It kind of
naman,
just reminds me, Coach, of balik lang ako dun sa, dapat ng mga tayo lahat. Because si JC and I were there when Team Mad was starting out from
Oh,
in
yeah.
South Korea. And I
Yeah.
think that's a good model for us to have na tipong,
Oo.
di ba, before Road FC, si South Korean MMA wasn't even on the map until si
Yeah.
Korean Zombie, si Chan.
Sila lang nagdadala. Yeah.
Sila lang nagdadala,
Sila lang
diba?
nagdadala ng Korea sa MMA, international MMA scene, aside from a
Yes.
few good ones. Pero
Diba?
teams like Team Mad, iba yung ginawa
Mad,
nila for ano eh.
They did not say no to any competition. Like they would field their fighters from the smallest until umangat, 'di ba? Until nasa Road FC, nasa UFC na, nasa Ryzen na, sinaham, 'di ba?
Yes. Yeah. And
look at what happened to them. Diba?
and
Nag-progress.
this is not to say na na isang team lang like Team Mad
Hindi,
ang
marami yan.
maging madami.
Marami yan.
This is more of yun nga, maghilaan tayo pataas.
Yes.
Tulad yan parati naming sinasabi, pinag-uusapan ni Coach Gabay. The only path we have is the way up. Walang iba. Dapat.
Diba? Dapat ganun. So please, kasi pag nakita ng mga kliyente, pag nakita ng mga customers na meron that you take pride in your job, that you have, 'di ba? Kung meron kayong ego, yan siguro yung magandang diversion, 'di ba? You put a little bit of pride and a little bit of ego in the things that you do, 'di ba? Pag nakita nila na you hold it high, 'di ba? Nakita nila na importante ito sa inyo, 'di ba?
Yes.
Tsaka yung mga
And you value them, the
value
students.
them.
Yeah.
Oo. I mean, this is probably another DefTac secret why the team and the organization has that student base that it has right now. Walang like everyone is there to support each other. Wala kaming ganyan. Bawal yan sa amin. Yung manunulot ka ng estudyante or sasabihin mo na, uy, wag ka na mag-train dito, mag-training ka na lang sa garahe ko sa gym tapos doon ka na lang magbayad, 'di ba? Or ano, 'di ba? I mean, wala akong na-experience na ganyan. Tapos yung coaching culture, everyone is open to feedback, everyone is open to improving. Kaya rin siguro kasi nakita namin na if like early on pa lang to na parang okay, if there are a lot of students and there's no poaching that's happening, you create a harmonious environment in your gym. Pag harmonious yung environment ng gym mo, mas dadami yung estudyante mo, mas malaki yung kita mo, and mas sustainable yun. Kasi for me, I think I'll use this opportunity. Yung mga, for example, sa boxing gyms, madalas to yung mga merong mag-e-enroll sa boxing gym, tapos mag-home service. Sasabihin nila, sa akin ka na lang, di ba? Ang problema kasi, paano kung hindi na available magturo yung boksingero? So ngayon, dahil hindi na siya available, mawawalan ng trainer yung estudyante. Yung estudyante ngayon na binola mo, na pinaasa mo at binigyan mo ng kung anong katarantaduhan, mahihiya siyang bumalik dun sa boxing gym kasi alam niya na meron din siyang ginawang mali. 'Di ba? So
deep in his heart.
Deep in their hearts.
Narinig ko yung mga ganyan.
Ayoko
talaga na yan.
Nakakahiya kasi, diba? Parang posibleng hindi nila alam to.
Yung style na ipapag-session sa gym, yung estudyante, tapos biglang under the table, sige na, mag-monthly ka na sa akin, home service na lang, mas mura. Ay, mga ganyan diskarte.
I'm sure you've seen that a lot of times, Coach Franco. No?
Oh, yeah, dami. Okay, everyone in the comment section, pag may nangyari sa gym nyo to, put it in the comment section para malaman natin ngayon kung sino yung mga naka-experience nun. Di ba? So ano siya? So nawalan yung gym, nawalan yung gym ng kliyente tsaka instructor, nawalan yung instructor ng estudyante at gym. Yung estudyante, nawalan ng coach, nawalan ng gym. Di ba? Paano kung
everybody loses?
Everybody loses. Kawawa yun.
Ang gusto lang naman matuto ng estudyante.
Diba?
Yun. I-segue ko lang, Coach, because I'm probably the youngest. I'm the oldest one here, but I'm the youngest coach, and I'm like, one of the lessons I've learned in the short amount of time I've been doing it is people, especially since newbies, mostly yung sa akin, people don't care about your accolades, actually. People just care about how you make them feel and how you treat them.
Oh,
Yes,
They don't give a
yes.
shit, man.
Oh. Kasi yung credentials, yung accolades,
That's just for
secondary
us.
na. Oh, it's nothing. Teaching martial arts, coaching martial arts, 'di ba? You can put a curriculum under it, but at the end of the day, it's still a personal endeavor. It's still a personal relationship between you and your students. If you
Exactly.
make them feel that you are giving your everything, if they feel na they are getting their money's worth and more because they learn a lot from you, they're gonna stay and they're gonna grow. A
Ang lakas
huge
yung
chunk.
reward.
Like for example, the chapters that I belong to and the chapters that I help coach, during gatherings, I asked them, why are you staying? Why did you enroll here? Majority of them, 90% of them said, ang sarap kasi ng environment sa gym. Masaya lang, steady lang, 'di ba? Nagta-training lang yung mga tao, 'di ba? Yun na yun. It encourages camaraderie. It encourages community. That's the main reason why they stayed. It's not because I won so and so, I defeated so and so, I lost to ano-ano.
They don't
Diba?
give a shit about that, man.
They don't give a shit.
Usually they don't.
I won't be paying you for that. I will pay you
Yeah,
to make me
to teach me.
feel good and
To
teach me and shit like that.
No.
Yeah.
Diba? People will know. People will know. Tsaka ito, may nakita ko isang ano dito. Ayan o, yung sabi ni Tim, may takot na baka mag-covert ops yung either coach or student. Here's another one.
May mga ganun.
Whenever this happens, and yes, this happens, okay? Lalo na sa DefTac gyms, ang dami ng mga quote-unquote espiya, okay? And how do we deal with them? We don't do anything. We don't give a shit. You can watch us all you want. You can, di ba? You don't even have to go spy mode. You can just say na, I am from so-and-so team. Mag-e-enroll ako or magte-train ako. Magbayad ka ng per session. Go ahead. Di ba? Kasi number one, ito yun na. Can we just get rid of this stupid thing na medyo ano to eh. Kasi in the first place, ano bang maiispiya mo? 'Di ba? Technique, training methods, na ano. Kasi I
Hindi
learned
mo makukuha na isang araw yun eh.
I learned this from Alvin kasi dati bad trip din ako diyan eh. Para pag may nakita ko espiya, gusto ko rin saktan or gusto ko ano kasi alam ko taga-ibang team 'yun. Then Alvin just told everyone, just leave them alone. Just let them watch, let them join. 'Di ba? Don't do anything. Sabi ko, why? Ganyan. Sabi ni Alvin, at the end of the day, how long are they gonna do it? Diba? Sooner or later, they have to go back to their gym. Sooner or later, they have to, quote-unquote, report to everyone what we do here. Diba? Let them do that. Kasi, they're not gonna be here every day. They won't really see what is really happening. Diba? And even if they do see, know, figure it out, even take videos, nobody can teach the way I teach. So yun yung eureka moment sa akin na parang, nga no, they can see all that they can watch all they want. They can hear, they can do whatever they want. Lahat ng magsispiya, go ahead. Pero at the end of the day, you cannot teach this the way I teach it. You cannot execute this move, this technique, this concept the way I teach it. Kasi it's my voice, it's my way of communicating, 'di ba? And eto, my fellow titos here are coaches as well. And 'di ba, kayo, 'di ba kayo ba na-experience niyo ba 'yan? 'Di ba meron ba kayong level of insecurity sa mga quote-unquote nag-i-espiya sa mga klase niyo?
Well, sana may spy. I would like to know how to deal with it. Pag may spy mismo. Like, can you tell me if you're a spy?
Makikita mo yan sa makikita mo.
Wala mo kung no touch na tinuturo. Wala mo kung no touch na tinuturo or like Hadouken, ganyan.
Ito na siya ngayon. Sabi ko, dude, pabayaan mo na yan. Di ba? I wish him well. I hope you learned something. Di ba? Di ba? Eto, sabi pa ni Julio, super agree. Minsan kapag bad trip ako sa bahay, visit the gym, nakaka-recharge. O, di ba?
Yeah.
That's the reason why you go to the gym. Di ba? Yan. Let them take what they want. Knowledge is universal. Yan. That's
yan. Yan na.
Because of what we personally
Saka, Saka I don't think there are coaches na kahit saan ka pumunta, walang dalawang coaches na magkapareho ang matuturo sa'yo or may impart na knowledge sa'yo. So go wherever you want to go, tingnan natin kung
magkakaroon
magiging
ka rin ng
pareho
hiyang
talaga.
sa'yo, di ba?
Yeah.
After,
Even
like, curious ako, nangyayari pa ba yung mga espiyahan na yan? Message, lagay nyo nga sa comment section.
last ko narinig yan, parang ano pa, at least a decade ago.
Well, sa amin, minsan halata namin eh. Sabi namin, uy, nakita mo yung tao yan, di ba? Tagay interview. Tatawa na lang kami. O yan, Coach Gabay, sabi ni Julius, punta na raw siya dyan. Nauna. And Kaloy Maglasang says, wow, I was gonna ask about that. Tama. It shouldn't be an issue to say saan ka nag-train before. It benefits both coach and student. Yes, that's true. Diba? So, for students naman, if you're going to enroll in a gym or in a school, diba? Doon kayo mag-enroll, diba? Tapos pag nag-enroll kayo doon kayo mag-aral, doon kayo matuto, diba? If you want to cross-train or if you want to experience a different type of training, edi umattend kayo ng seminars, di ba? Dumattend kayo ng seminars. For example, yung opposite gym or yung ibang team nag-hold ng seminar or you want to experience that. Yan. Kasi you cannot, okay, I'm telling you, you can cross-train all you want. Kung lagi kayo nagko-cross-train, wala kayong matututunan. Maniwala kayo sa akin.
Mahirap, Chong.
Hindi nyo siya ma-absorb. Versus, you are hearing 3 to 5 voices that is sticking in your brain that is telling you to keep doing this. This is the instruction. This is the methodology. Ito yung paraan para mag-improve. Kailangan mo yun eh. Di ba? Kailangan nyo yun.
Mahirap kasi ito eh.
Hindi siya madali, man. Hindi siya
madali, man. Diba? Ano ba yung sabi natin, Coach? It takes 30 days at least for a habit to form. So at least...
At least yun,
give it at least a month. Oh, ganyan. Tsaka ka umalis. Sige, tignan mo. Kung hindi ka bumalik, mas okay ka doon. I wish you all the best.
Diba? Ganun lang yun. Walang ano dyan. I mean, there are so many coaches to go. There's plenty to go around. So,
basta lang, when you enroll in a gym, keep an open mind. Make sure na talagang iniintindi mo whatever's being taught to you.
Tama. Yeah.
Kasi, pag pumasok ka dyan na sarado utak mo, talagang aalis ka agad. Kasi nga,
I think
hindi mo agad makita yung sense na kung ano yung tinuturo sa'yo eh. Whereas, kung bukas yung isip mo about whatever the coach is gonna teach you at a certain gym, mas maiintindihan mo why they do this, why they do that, and mas may reason ka to stay.
I think that's another one we need to, Coach Franco, like, the student needs to be coachable at least.
Oh, definitely.
Yes, very
If you're
much.
not coachable, wala. Walang mangyayari sa'yo. Kasi,
So parang the student comes in like, alam ko na lahat eh.
Daming ganyan. Yung mga alam mo na lahat.
Okay.
Gusto mo,
Coach Franco.
Diba? Alam mo lahat, ha? Sige, ito sa'yo. Tignan natin.
Nice.
So, we hope you learn something from this episode with the experiences of Jeremy. And I mean, there are so many knowledge nuggets there. Let's do a quick recap, ladies and gentlemen, of what happened in the world of combat sports. UFC 268, one of, I mean, really good. Right? Probably the best first round ever is between Michael Chandler versus Justin Gaethje.
Nabaliw ako. Ang dami knockdown.
And grabe,
Chong. Baragan.
Suntukan, di ba? JC, how did you
Fight of the year candidate to.
Fight of the year candidate.
No doubt.
Round 1 of the year at least, di ba?
Ay, oo. Round 1
of the year.
Sobrang round 1 of the year yun. As in, kahit
parang,
ako sabi ko, round 1 pala.
Bumalik si Justin Gaethje na yung parang sumusugod lang. Kala mo, okay na siya.
Very methodical. Still methodical.
Yes.
Hindi siya nakipagsabayan. It was still controlled chaos, di ba? A huge factor were the uppercuts. This whole weekend, the fights during this weekend were all about hooks and uppercuts.
Pati ba Canelo Plant? Okay.
Oo, lalo na yung Canelo and Plant. Yun yung finishing move. So, going back to Chandler Gaethje, how was Gaethje able to knock down Michael Chandler? It was the uppercuts. Kasi every time na nagdaduck si Chandler, sasalubungin niya ng uppercut. But, it was a setup of so many things. Yung leg kicks nandun, the calf kicks were there. It was consistent. Number 2, every time he would throw a lead straight, bababa yung ulo ni Michael Chandler. Yun yung setup niya for the uppercuts. So, it was by no means a brawl. It was methodical. It was very scientific. Trevor Whitman, iba.
Man.
That dude should win Coach
I don't know
of the
what's
Year.
with the team. Gusto ko makita yung a day, parang one training day nila para lang malaman kung ano talaga nangyayari sa loob nun. Kasi para silang secret organization eh.
Yeah, there's just
no one knows
what's
what's happening inside.
Sa Onyx, diba? Pero may chismis si Tito Karl kanina eh, di ba? Parang si Tito Karl ba o si JC, sabi niya.
Si JC ata.
Si JC.
Bones.
John Jones is kinda lurking under the radar.
Masyado na daw spam liker sa mga post ni Trevor Whitman eh.
Diba? So,
tatanggapin ba siya?
Papansin na eh.
Barnett pa rin. Ayan, Chris Barnett.
Grabe din yun.
I love that guy.
The big boy Kung Fu Panda. The Kung Fu Panda.
Kung Fu Panda. Damn, that dude can move. Flips, diba? Spinning.
Grabe, no?
Wow.
Grabe, si Gabriel, di ba? Or sino? Basta nag-comment siya eh. Galing din daw UAE Warriors yun.
Yeah, si Gab D.
Sabi niya, Coach Gab.
UAE Warriors vet pala si Chris Barnett.
Pero
inisip ko nga
diba?
kung ano eh, dahil sa flashy moves niya na yun, hindi kaya related siya kay Crazy Horse. Barnett din yun, di ba?
Barnett
din yun.
Malay natin. Athleticism, di ba? The agility.
He's that big pero nakakatumbling ka ng ganun at ganun
strength and conditioning
nakabilis.
coach na lang siguro.
So we got the first round of the year winner, definitely. Gaethje and Chandler. It was one of those perfect fights. Diba?
Yes.
It's the closest to a perfect fight. The round 1 was great. Round 2 and 3 followed it up. Na parang para sa akin, 3 rounds were good. Kasi if you stretch it to 5 rounds, the output wouldn't be the same. Diba? The output, the pace, and the volume wouldn't be the same. Next bout that I want to talk about is the Zhang Weili versus Rose Namajunas fight.
Wow.
It was really, really close. People who are watching and listening, let us know, who do you think won that fight? Ako, I had that split decision.
Controversial ba?
It
I was
could have
still for
gone
Rose.
either way. Could have gone either way. Pero para sa akin kasi, leading to the 5th round, it was a tie. 5th round, Rose Namajunas siya. Kasi Thug Rose got the 5th round. Doon nyo rin makikita, everyone watching and listening right now, Diyos ko Lord, the basics, the fundamentals. Had Zhang Weili knew how to do a technical stand-up, she could have stood up, she could have kept it standing, she could have taken Rose Namajunas down.
Kalimutan eh.
Isipin nyo na lang yun.
Hindi alam eh.
It's the
parang
basics.
Parang focused on the wrestling part eh, no?
Oo, much improved wrestling. Much improved.
Triple C in the house.
Sobrang laki ng improvement. For you to do a double underhooks, body hug, body to body takedown, kay Rose Namajunas, someone who's taller than you and longer than you, for you to bridge that gap and to take her down several times. Nakuha pa yung likod niya ilang beses. Ang problema nga lang, during the 5th round, there was a chance. Ito na lang, di ba? Let us play in your heads. She did a technical stand-up. Halfway through the round pa lang to eh. Nakatayo siya. She could have had all the chances in the world to strike, hurt Rose, take her down again. She could have won that fight. As in.
Actually.
Kasi I know Zhang Weili as a striker, tapos biglang wrestling siya na wrestling dito sa laban na to.
Ang ganda ng striking tsaka wrestling niya. Ang ganda. Wala akong masabi. Ang laking improvement. Triple C talaga. Triple C.
Triple C in the house.
Pero yun, so again, everybody watching and listening, fundamentals, basics. Diba? There's a reason why you learned the technical stand-up on your first few weeks in jiu-jitsu and in grappling. Okay? That's the reason why you learn, because it's very, very important. So, kitang-kita natin dito on
how to fall down, how to get up.
How to fall down, how to get up. It could have, diba? It cost Zhang Weili the UFC Strawweight Championship belt. Okay? So, medyo ano siya. Sayang. Ako nasayangan ako kasi
Pero
ayun o, I was scoring the
the fight.
Round 1,
Anong fight?
Round 2, Rose. Round 3, Zhang. Round 4, Rose. 5th round kita mo. So, hindi ba ako joke, bakante yung 5th round. Nung nag-takedown si Rose na Mayuna, sabi ko, nako, upper hand.
Na.
Tapos nagkaroon ng gap. Hindi tumayo Zhang Weili.
Yeah.
And then there's an instance during either parang the second round ata to. So, nag-leg kick si Zhang Weili, it hit the thigh of Rose, tapos napaatras si Zhang, nadapa siya. She slipped.
Yes.
Nadapa siya.
Oo,
Nadulas siya. Paano siya tumayo? She stood straight up. What happened?
Straight up.
Stood straight up. Here comes Rose Namajunas, 4 na suntok agad. Tapos, wala, pin sa cage. Pero kung nag-technical stand-up si Zhang Weili, she could have created space. She could have managed distance. Those punches would have landed. Diba? Ganon ka-importante po ang fundamentals nyo. Okay? So, again. So,
which was
parang ano pa? Ano pa? Go.
Championship.
O yun,
Colby
championship.
Kamaru.
Ayun, Colby Kamaru Usman.
Oo nga.
Ano ba yan? Ganda no segue ni Tito Karl.
Black on white crime.
Diba? This is another much improved Kamaru Usman.
Yes.
Sayang din si Colby. Colby needs, I don't know
needs
where
power.
he's
Just needs power, man.
Power, diba? He needs the volume. Alam mo yun? He's a volume fighter.
Yeah. Parang Diaz Bros.
And to think na he was able to bridge the gap and he was able to do a single leg on Kamaru. He was able to get Kamaru's back with a shoulder shot and a body to He was able to go He was able to do a shoulder shot and a body lock. Then he was able to get the back. Diba? So ibig sabihin yung skill set nandun for Colby. Feeling ko talaga tama. Power. And then more volume. Strength and conditioning na lang din talaga. And it's also a true testament to the level of Kamaru Usman. As in, ibang level talaga si Kamaru Usman.
Do you think nag-peak na si Kamaru Usman? Kasi pagkalipat niya kay Trevor Whitman, parang lalo pa siyang gumaling. Parang may na-unlock pa na bagong skill sa kanya paglipat niya ron eh.
Nag-improve yung kamay. Nag-improve yung distance management. Nag-improve yung timing. A lot of it is what do you call this? A lot of it is stepping out of angle. If you look at the sequence kung paano bumagsak si Colby sa second round, both of them were hooks. The first one was a check hook stepping towards the left. The next one was another hook coming after a straight. So, angular punches lahat. Iba si Trevor Whitman. Parang, feeling ko tama yung mga fellow titos ko dito. Definitely, Coach of the Year candidate yan.
I didn't even take it against him na lahat nung Trevor Whitman students had 3-round fights. It was never boring.
Oo.
Ay, 5 rounds pala yung sa championship.
Pero ano yun
It's fine, man.
Nagulat din ako, no? Parang Rose, Gaethje, Usman, 3 fighter niya nasa isang card.
Buti nga may gap kasi hindi na siya tumayo, di ba? Kung dire-diretso.
Nakakapagod yun. Pero
I wanted to give honorable mentions kay Alex Pereira, debut niya. Last one to KO, Israel Adesanya. Kay Chito Vera, knocking out Frankie Edgar with a front kick.
Front kick,
no?
Parang
Frankie.
End of the line for Frankie, man.
I think so. You think so? Retire na siya dapat.
Like a couple of fights. Don't give him yung mga kapwa legends na niya, di ba? Yung mga medyo edadan niya na. Yung mga, di ba? Ginagawa na siya stepping stone eh.
Or move to Trevor Whitman's team.
Or yeah.
Baka may something parang kasi parang ewan ko baka controversy to sa iba. Kasi there seems to be some teams na parang naiiwanan na. In terms of the level of training. Kasi nakikita natin siya talaga for most of the fighters. Lalo yung mga mas matatagal ng gym. May mga team sila na kinakalaban today na medyo parang kinakapos sila pagkaharap nila yung mga galing sa mga teams na.
I'm talking about Hard Knocks.
So, Hard Knocks.
Kami ng losses na.
Kung may Black Zillions pa.
Wala na.
Yung Remnant, di ba Di ba nag-convert yun to another team?
Oh, sila din yun. Sila Hard Knocks. Sila Henry Hoof.
Ayan. Diba? Jackson Wink, medyo napupunta na rin doon.
Yeah, parang ganun eh.
Tapos wala na si John Jones doon.
Diba? So, I mean, this whole, it's not really new age coaching eh. I really think also na nagkakaroon tayo ng, we're slowly shifting back to the days wherein coaches and fighters have a deeper relationship. Diba? Like for example, Trevor Whitman, he only has 3 fighters under his camp, diba? Yeah. Versus a Winklejohn na it's a whole complex of fighters. Diba? And the same way na, for example, AKA is a huge gym. Pero,
huge gym, ATT, AKA.
Diba? These are huge gyms. However, the management of the team, okay, is also producing fighters. We're seeing 2 different spectrums. There are coaches who are specialists, and then there are coaching staff that are specialists in creating or multiplying the level of skill set. Kasi ATT, AKA, diba? Ano to eh, matagal na to sa scene, pero nakikita mo
MMA talaga sila.
Tsaka hindi nagpro-progress pero consistent na high level performers. Tapos may mga champions sila. So
are you saying, coach, na parang maganda na ngayon kung dapat medyo yung old school na Lions Den, Militich fighting systems, medyo specialty sila, di ba? Parang mas okay na yung meta na gano'n with how we see Trevor Whitman just leveling up the of his students who already have specific skill sets, di ba?
Ito yung and to add to what Karl said, these are the 2 dominating schools of thought right now. Does a fighter go to a big team like
big academy,
diba? Big academy na merong winning tradition na gano'n, pero iilan lang naman yun. Or
ilan lang.
Do I look for my Trevor Whitman? Diba?
Ayan, yung isa lang siya.
Do I look for a guy that I can connect with on a deep level and his lessons, his words resonate towards me? Diba? Kasi
Parilo. Jason Parilo.
Yeah, Parilo. Si Parilo, ganyan. Diba? Parilo, iilan lang niya. It was just Bisping, TJ Penn, Chris Cyborg. That was pretty much it. Mackenzie Dern ba sa kanya rin? O yun. So
maganda na yung boxing ni Mackenzie. Apat.
Diba? So nandun, I mean, these are coaches, these are specialty coaches na medyo limited lang yung mga fighters.
It's such an interesting TriStar wala na ngayon. Almost out of the picture, di ba? Wala na si TriStar gym ni Firas.
Wala na nga talaga. Parang hindi ko na
parang di mo rin alam, no? Parang anong nangyari?
Parang nag-retire ba siya kasabay ni GSP or something? Parang gano'n.
Really good question by JC.
Sobrang dominant sila dati.
This is where we see the progression of the program, diba? Na parang they had, so did Faraz or did TriStar focus on GSP because GSP was the only guy in that gym? And then Rory McDonald, diba? And then when they all left, or now that they're gone, what happens now? Do they start back from zero, or is it like the bigger teams?
Guys, SBG.
Oh yeah, nag-aalisan din mga fighters doon.
Sino mga
Connor
dati? Connor.
Who's yung recent na lumaban na natalo from SBG.
Oo.
Sa
SBG
Bellator.
Sa Bellator.
Who's that guy? Former teammate ni Conor.
Irish guy din. Oh,
Umalis din.
Yung mini Conor. Umalis din?
Pero kasi, ewan ko.
Yung mini
ever
Conor.
since-
Umalis siya dahil parang the program wasn't working for him anymore. So, he thought na baka sa ibang gym mas okay. Pero, well, nung laban niya, didn't make any difference. Talo pa rin siya.
Pero kasi ako sa ano ko talaga ever since opinion ko na yan ever since medyo hindi pa masyadong sikat si Conor, sinabi ko si Cava na parang hindi naman yan. Parang yan yun, yung coach ko Ronda. Sino nga ba yun? Is that guy?
Yung Armenian guy. Yeah. Wala na rin yun, di ba? Alam mo, sa undercard nitong 268, di ba may guy siya from Glendale Fight Club. Talo din.
Talaga? Talo din? O di ba? Parang they're like sinuwerte siya kay Conor kasi barkada sila. You can't, di ba? Conor's an anomaly di ba? Conor's an anomaly. So,
I think so, yeah. But it's such an interesting conversation not to have like, what are these gyms doing right and what are they doing wrong now because people are losing.
Yeah. Parang,
si Jackson Wink dati, ang laki ng 80% win ratio.
Yeah.
Dati.
Diba?
Parang
John Jones lang.
Naman kasi na yun.
Is it
Iran? It was Rashad, John
Sorry.
Jones.
Rashad.
Oo
nga.
Parang is it through the continuous learning of other coaches sa ibang gyms na yung knowledge nila about MMA has improved? Kasi since MMA is a continuously evolving sport, may mga ibang techniques from back in the day na gumagana in MMA na ngayon hindi na masyado effective. Pero since they were winning teams before who used those techniques na gumagana naman sa kanila, they chose not to evolve. Parang ganon.
That's true. I think we also need to discuss yung guys, yung mga mas malalaking international teams naman, like what is Team Mad doing right na consistent yung champions nila, di ba? Sino pa ba? Like in Japan naman yung Crazy B, sino namatay na guy, forgot na legend. Ando si Takanori Gomi, so mabilis din bumaba yung striking tradition doon, parang hindi na sila naka-field ng champions ever.
Kailangan there are so many factors. So at least ayan, di ba, nakita like 268 is just and then another UFC 268 chismis. Dylan Dennis was slapped back.
What happened there? Come on.
Alam mo, si Dylan Dennis, I do not understand what's wrong with him. May problema na sa utak yan. So you got choked out by a security guard and then now sinampal ka ni Ali Abdelaziz, di ba? So what the hell was he doing backstage ng UFC?
I don't remember na may teammate siya who fought sa UFC 268. Meron ba? I mean,
baka yung sino ba?
Kasi para siya makapunta backstage. Meron dapat siyang teammate Backstage nangyari yun, diba? Sampalan.
Sinampal siya.
Hindi, syempre, they probably talk trash. And then, sabi ni Ali, hindi, duwag to. Sigurado, duwag to. Walang spiking to. Sampalin ko nga. Bam! Sinampal niya. Ang daming. Si Ali Abdelaziz, ang daming minamanage na UFC fighter dyan.
Yun nga
Tsaka malaki siyang tao, di ba?
Oo.
Tsaka training yun, dude. Black belt din ng jiu-jitsu yun.
Si Henzo yun, di ba?
Oo, Henzo yun. So, di ba, no fucks were given doon. So, alam mo yun, parang, di ba, Dylan Dennis, what the hell's wrong with you? Di ba? Marami hugot sa buga.
Nakita niya siguro, Gordon Ryan did it, I can do it too.
Di ba? Oo. Ano yan, medyo...
He can't.
I know. Everyone, thank you so much for watching and listening. Thank you for the comment section.
Yes.
Let us know what you think. We will. We are all on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and on YouTube. Our podcasts are on Spotify. So my podcast is Coach Franco Says. Karl and JC's podcast is Destroy MNL. Please follow us all. Binubuyo na lang namin si Tito Karl mag-TikTok, pero JC Reyes, JC Reyes and me, okay, we're both on TikTok. I'm giving you breakdowns. Di po kami sumasayaw doon. Dumadaldal lang po kami. Okay, so...
And very excited na kami doon sa release ng book ni Coach Karl.
Yes.
Lapit na po.
Please,
Lots of hard work to do.
We are going to do a breakdown of that book as well. We will showcase you the writing prowess of our Tito Karl de Mesa, really good storytelling, and then we will also we will definitely have books to give away dito sa show for our fans.
Yes.
Ayan, Michael Sison says sulit 1 arco dito. Syempre. Alam mo ba?
Sulit. Local MMA.
Yeah.
Tagal nung kwentuhan natin. Nakalimutan namin. Magre-recap pala kami dapat ng UFC.
Si Jeremy kasi napahaba yung konmo.
Diba? Major congratulations to Canelo Alvarez for defeating Caleb
isa pa yan.
TKO. Diba? Another uppercut hook. Uppercut points. Ayan po, again, always striking 101. Tapos,
yun din sana yung key ni diba? Ni Caleb Plant to try to defeat si Canelo eh. Yung basics na jab, lahat ng jab niya pumapasok kay Canelo tapos tinigil niya. Why?
Basics work.
Hindi ko na-gets yun.
Napagod na lang din siya. I couldn't handle the pressure. Kasi the thing about Canelo, up and down ng rhythm niya pag lumalaban. So feeling out, then he will increase the pace, and then akala mo itutuloy niya yun on the same. Canelo's a very smart cerebral fighter, and he knows how to pick you apart. So he cut off the ring really, really well, and then yung accumulation ng punches niya, and it's not just the punches. Bukod sa he was cutting out the angles of Caleb, he was forcing him into the ropes. So when Caleb finally realizes na, oh shit, nasa ropes na ako, parang medyo hindi siya familiar doon, hindi siya sanay, that he ends up loading on his punches. So mas napagod siya agad. Galing, ang talino ni Canelo.
I haven't watched it, guys, pero for me, parang as a boxing outsider, it looks very aesthetic yung style niya. Ang ganda panoorin.
Purely
isa pa yung yung duo ni Canelo at ni Eddie Reynoso. Talking about coaches earlier, ibang klase din yung duo nitong dalawa.
Is Mexican?
Yes. Simula bata ata si Canelo, nandiyan na siya kay Eddie Reynoso. So he knows kung ano capability ni Canelo, and even in between rounds nakakapag-adjust sila ng game plan, ganun sila ka-close, ganun niya kabisado yung fighter niya. I think that's also one of the things that some coaches need to learn kung paano mo makikilala mismo fighters mo.
So he unified belts, diba? What's next for him?
Yes. Yeah. Diyan naman,
tingin mo, JC?
He can do a title defense, or because na siya he's one of the very few na what do you call this? He's an undisputed champion. In this era na may 4 belts na sa 4 major belts sa boxing. I think he's the 6th palang ata ever to be a undisputed champion. So 4 belts. It's something na I think so. Ganyan kahirap ngayon to pull off such a feat. And hindi ko sure kung meron pa siyang pwedeng makalaban in his division sa super middleweight. May mga pangalan na lumalabas. I asked around sa ibang boxing groups, actually sa mga GC ng mga moderators sa mga boxing groups.
Who are the names?
Kung sino yung mga tingin nilang pwede. Sa Bolo Punch Boxing Forum na GC, may mga binanggit silang pangalan sa division. Sa super middleweight or sa middleweight, there's probably GGG, Charlo, Smith, or Eubank Jr. Yun yung mga pwede. Or if he chooses to go back sa umakyat ulit sa light heavyweight, which he did a few years ago, where yun nga isa sa mga matinding feats niya at his stature, nakaakyat siya na light heavyweight and became a champion there. Sa height niya, considering maliit siya for that division, he managed to become a champion there. And tama ba? Via knockout pa yung panalo niya doon back then. So, for a small guy in a big man's division, impressive yun. And in that division naman, there are 3 names that I know na pwede, or 3 or 4. Yung unified champ doon na si Artur Beterbiev, I think he's a Russian guy if I remember right.
Yeah.
Although medyo 2 years nang hindi lumalaban si Artur because I guess because of what's going on. Who's the other guy? Merong isa na hawak ngayon ang title ni Canelo na he had to
relinquish ba?
Kinailangan niyang bitawan i-relinquish because he wanted to pull off this undisputed title run, which he was able to do so. And itong guy na to mukhang, I mean, if he sees that na may, I'm sure, pero hahabol na rin to ng pera lalo si Canelo kasi, I mean, he can. He's the face of boxing na. Wala na sila Pacquiao, wala na sila Mayweather. So, who else would carry the name of boxing sa ganyan stature than Canelo Alvarez? Yeah. Yung sa WBO na light heavyweight title yung nirelinquish niya. So that guy just won the vacant title nung April. He could look into that, or si Beterbiev yata, I believe has an upcoming fight. Alam mo naman sila, the way that Team Canelo scouts their opponents is pag may nakita silang signs of weakness na dun sa kalaban, if they think they can, they will put an offer on the table. And imagine kung umakyat siya sa light heavyweight and si Beterbiev ang harapin niya and he wins unified
get all the belts,
light heavyweight champion. My gosh. And if he can pull off yun na he gets all the belts sa light heavyweight division, a small guy being an undisputed champ,
grabe yun. And he's young parang nasa 31, 32 pa lang si Canelo.
Parang mga ganun pa lang. Yeah.
Ano pa lang yan? Papik pa lang yan. So, very interesting fight week. Very interesting stories.
Yeah.
And we're very thankful for Jeremy, the Jaguar Miado, for his time. Thank you so much, Marok Force Gym over there at Bangkok. Diba? Sila yung medyo, si Marok Force, medyo nagpapakilala sa MMA. Halos lahat.
Maingay ang pakilala ni Marok Force. Ibang klase rin.
Diba? The best way to make noise is to keep winning. And everyone. Diba? Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening. Follow us again on social media. We are always live on Facebook and on YouTube. And we will see you next week for another episode of Combat Sports Weekly. Bye-bye.
Yes.